Hey guys, Ken Perryman here, and I am back again with a pretty cool product. It is a camping table. I love this. Camping table is great to set some kitchen items on, do some chopping, get your cutting board, but you also need a smaller table, maybe to sit your chairs around, maybe even feast off of. A lot of times you need that shorter table to work with, and what we have here is that very table. You got to get these legs out before they drop down. Okay, flip it over, drop it into position. I like this version of it because it's so much more stable. And yeah, you can take this guy, set them out this way, and make sure I got this right, yes. Find the groove and set it in the groove. Yeah, and you got to get them locked into the groove. Now, here's something else that's kind of cool. Currently, this top table can wiggle a little bit. What I mean by is this section can separate from the table. But to fix that, you can actually take this guy and pop up these little legs right here. So now you have this table that is locked into position except for one spot. There we go. Now, that thing is not going anywhere. So there you go. Now you got this guy right here that you can set down next to your chair when you're sitting down, and you have yourself a nice little working table. But gosh, guys, super light. I'll show you what I mean. While you do have this big table to work with, like I said, you got this guy right there. And I find this perfect, even more so, maybe even as an example that, one, this guy can handle a lot of weight. Maybe you don't need this table next to your chair, but maybe you need to put like your fridge on here. Or, you know, you want something just off the ground, away from debris on the ground or whatnot. So I actually have a couple of fridges that I could put here. Let me actually put one there to show you what I'm talking about. Okay, so let's get this guy up and going. Now check that out. Wow. That actually sits a little crooked. I got to get the wheels up, don't I? There you go. This is a prime example of what I'm talking about. Maybe you need the ones without the wheels, but that's fine. You can still get into your fridge, get all your stuff out of your fridge, and it's at a perfect height right to that table. You could set this right next to the table and you have a fridge sitting just below or just above the surface of your working table. So you can reach in, take your stuff out, go work on your table, do your thing. Kind of impressed with that, actually. That thing is that's a strong dude. I'm wondering if you turned it the other way. Yeah, that actually fits better. No movement there. So, like I said, you could have your table sitting like this, open up your fridge, get your stuff out while it's still plugged in, do your work, get your stove over here. You've now got yourself a nice little makeshift kitchen with that table. And that's not even to say with that table, that can still be your end table or your chair table when you're sitting down with your chairs, and this is where you set your drinks, your beverages on. So multi-uses with that table, but I really like this idea of putting your fridge on it. And this is a biggie. But once again, super lightweight. It goes with this table. The color's a little bit off, but it goes with the idea of this table. But let me show you a few other things about this, which I really like. You just pop these off, and they'll come off. You gotta give them a little force. Flip the little lips off, and now you have your table off top. And this super light frame. But also check these out. Look at those hinges there, right? Beautiful set. Easy to set up, easy to use. And these are those little sections that clamp into the table, and they work great. And then all you got to do is grab your compartmented bag, which is really cool, right? And you can see that there's a little sleeve there, so you can put the rest of it in this other compartment. I don't know if you can see that sleeve, but yeah, there you go. Simple enough for this. Take this arm up, flip them over, and it just walks together. And that is it. And I do just slide on those rails there. It's smooth. Opposite side, put this in. You now have, actually, I like how they fit together. So while the compartments are equal, you put them side by side, it becomes kind of a flat table. I wouldn't mind having another one of these. Small room, I'm gonna go in the Jeep. I've got to find a place for it in the Jeep for camping. It's gonna go with the family of tables. This big guy is gonna be with me camping and whatnot. Pretty cool, isn't it? I hope this was helpful for you. I do appreciate your time, and I'm out.